I'm just ready to have thick, healthy looking hair back.
So excited to just, get you that confidence back. So
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Perfect.
I'm ready to want to wear my hair down again.
Yes, exactly. You will every day.
It's hard for people to withstand this type of journey that I've been on because life goes on for everybody else. So when I was in my early 20s, I'm 32 now, I got diagnosed with several autoimmune diseases and thyroid cancer as well. And in that journey, I had a lot of hair and skin issues. All the medication and treatment I've had has just made me lose a ton of hair, and also my hair is just very brittle and breaks off. Once something that made me very confident and comfortable. I don't do a lot of makeup, and I'm not a huge fashionista, but I always love having nice hair and the little, just a little bit of eyeshadow and a little bit of blush, and I'd feel very confident. And losing that was really hard for me. And a lot of people who have illness, like myself, find comfort in little things like that. So to lose that was a little bit difficult. So something like extensions or NBR is something that I feel like can bring back that confidence for me. And a little subtle thing could be such a huge thing in my daily life.
I'm so excited to just, get you that confidence back. So
thank you. About 7,000 pictures of my son in here. Okay. So you have to bear with me scrolling here. And it's a long time ago.
So Jo, what does it feel like to help somebody? I know we help a lot of people, but what is it?
She reached out to me over a year ago and wanted to get her hair done and have the extensions, and then she ended up in the hospital for almost a whole entire year. And then she reached out to me again just recently, and to be able to be here and in a position that I can actually help her makes me feel really good. So
okay, this is a silly picture. This is with my brother. We were wrestling around before I got sick, but you can see that I have a ton of hair and it's long. And so in this picture I had a little bit of color but hardly any color, and it was just long and full, and now it's gone. So
we can see what's going on.
It's just short and thin and brittle. Probably the fact that it's so blonde doesn't help, but
okay,
I thought, okay, if I have to cut it short, then I'll just color it blonde, and that'll make me feel like spunky and cute, and then it just made me more sad. So if I can't have my hair back, then I'm gonna try to find a way to have my new hair.
Yes, this will be your new hair. It'll be your hair.
It's perfectly fine. They're just confirming tomorrow's time for me. Okay, so when you're doing my hair, if I lose a lot, don't be nervous, because I just lose a lot.
So I figured
I'm ready to want to wear my hair down again.
Yes, exactly. You will every day. Okay, so I've been kind of following your journey ever since you reached out to me last year, and I know you were in and out of the hospital and all of that. So what was the whole entire what started it? You said you had thyroid disease and all of that. So what was the story behind all of that?
Yeah. So I was really, really sick for 2 years, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on. So I would go in for testing and blood work, and everything would come back normal that they would test for or look for.
Yeah.
And so they would keep sending me home, and everybody knew that something was wrong because the symptoms I was having, and I mean, you couldn't deny those. There was factual things, but they just couldn't figure it out. So about 2 years later, in 2012, I woke up and told my now husband that something was really wrong. I just felt really, really off, and I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't really stand up, and I just didn't really know something was off. And so we ended up calling ambulance, and my heart ended up stopping. Gosh. So I was in cardiac ICU at University of Kansas Hospital for 27 days. And while there, they diagnosed me with Addison's disease, which means that my adrenal glands and pituitary glands don't work and produce the hormones that you need for your organs to function correctly, which is why my heart shut down. It could have been any part of my organs, but it was my heart. And while I was there, they also diagnosed me with thyroid disease, with hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's, and then also found 7 tumors on my thyroid, and they were impeding into my esophagus and my spine. So I ended up having thyroid cancer and having to have a full thyroidectomy and parathyroid. And that's really when I noticed a lot of skin and hair issues was my thyroid disease. And it just kind of never recovered from that. And then since then, like I said, that was back in 2012. So since then, I've been diagnosed with 8 other autoimmune diseases. And they think that a lot of that has to do with just a lot of times when you have autoimmune disease, they say that like other ones are triggered. And because I was in such a state of my body fighting before I got diagnosed with the Addison's disease, it just kind of broke down a lot of other areas. And so now I'm doing a lot of functional medicine and trying to have a healthy diet.
Yes.
Just easier said than done.
Yes, it is.
And then
Who's your functional medicine
Jeffrey Eaglesizer. I spend about 2 to 3 months of the year at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester receiving treatment. But unfortunately, autoimmune is just a little bit trickier because it all plays into each other.
Yeah.
So if one area of my autoimmune is off, then it affects the other diseases. So like last year, I spent 8 months of the year in the hospital. And that is like residing in the hospital, not going for infusions or whatever. That makes my heart full. I get emotional talking about it. It just makes me feel blessed and loved and cared about. And that's something that you don't feel all the time.
No.
You lose, not that I lost friends, but it's hard for people to withstand this type of journey that I've been on because life goes on for everybody else, kind of when mine stopped, I guess. So to feel like I'm special or being taken care of or that somebody cares about how I feel about myself makes a big difference. It makes me feel special.
Well, you are special, and that made me tear up.
really nice.
Yeah. So, well, you are seen.
That's the perfect way to put it.
We see you. So
I appreciate that. That's a perfect way to be seen.
yes, I am excited.
It's funny because I don't even know how I found you or became friends with you on Facebook but I did, and I followed your journey and watched what you were doing, and it was like, I don't know, it's just funny how you find people and reach out to people and stay in touch, and I don't know.
I know, because you reached out.
It was over a year ago.
Yeah,
It was before I got really, really sick, and they didn't think I was going to make it out of it. And then, I don't know. And then here I am.
I know.
I'm thankful that we followed each other.
I am too. I'm very thankful too.
Well, my husband knows. So he's been with me we've been with each other, whatever, for it'll be 12 years in March. And so when he met me, I was a very healthy, normal, happy person. And then like 2 years into dating, I just got really sick. And so he's watched the downward spiral, I guess I'll say. And he watched me go from like being the healthiest I've ever been. I was a Division I athlete in college, and we met when I was in college. So a very like healthy, muscular, in shape body, but also just everything happened and unfolded, and he was there when my heart stopped, and he's been there picking the clumps of the hair off the floor, and so when I was like, okay, there's a new method and it's not gonna cause damage to the hair that I do have, and I won't lose what I do have. And he was like, okay, well, let's look into it, and I'll do whatever I can. And it was just, you have to prioritize things, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And although he wants me to feel my best, is like, is hair your highest priority right now over everything else? So to be able to do this is like, I don't know, it makes my heart full.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different.
Oh my
Still
gosh.
stay 'cause you feel something real. Get so lost in
Sorry,
my
I keep
mind.
running my fingers through it.
Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
Oh my gosh. So I'm super excited, although it might not look like that because I'm in pain, but I'm absolutely in love. And I feel like I got dream hair that's prettier than my real hair was. So thank you. Bringing back confidence in me.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you. Love my new confidence now.
All right. Thank you.
Hard to believe that your hair is.
I know you can't even tell. That's crazy because you really can't tell. Like I'm trying to find where there's, you just can't. That's so pretty.
Messed up. Even if what we're doing is bad, there's so many emotions. Sharing stories that we never had, yeah, none is real. I think we're searching for